Welcome, Leo, to your monthly Power Path Tarot reading, a monthly tarot and astrology series created to help you unlock clarity, trust your intuition, and take aligned action. In these monthly readings, we explore four key dimensions: career and wealth, shadow work, past life insight, and strategy to help you stay grounded, empowered, and on your soul path. My name is Heather Ellis, and I created this series to help you build self-trust and navigate life shifts with purpose. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, and whether you are here for the first time or are a longtime subscriber, welcome to the DogStar Astrology and Tarot Pack. Now let's explore what the universe has in store for you this month. Leo, the first cards I'm going to be pulling are going to be for your wealth and career, and then we will move into some cards for your shadow block and then your past life insight, and then we'll wrap it up with your action strategy. So this is my own modified version of a Celtic cross, specific to this type of reading or this series. And I will explain the cards as I'm pulling them. The first cards, 5 cards that I'm pulling, are for your career and wealth. If you don't have a career, if you are retired, for example, or you are a homemaker, this is still about your wealth, your finances, your whatever makes you feel safe, secure, and stable in the world. And it could even be about your reputation and your passion projects that you're working on. So do know that. And this first card is you, and you have the Eight of Cups as representing you, Leo. And then your first week of the month, we have the Three of Swords. We have the King of Wands as the second week. Looks like things are improving. We have the Seven of Wands as the third week. And then we have the Fool as your final week, the fourth week in the month of August in your career and wealth sector. And now I'm going to be pulling a card. This is your shadow work. So what's holding you back, what's blocking you. You have the Queen of Wands. This is your past life insight. So your strengths that you are born with in this world, your gifts, your abilities. You have the Six of Cups. And as your final outcome card, or not final outcome card, but your action strategy, we have Death. I am going to pull a clarifier for that with using the Rider-Waite a little later, because I do want to see if we can get a little bit more on that action strategy. I will also be pulling 3 oracle cards at the very end, so make sure you watch through to the end. I'm going to move these cards up because I have a feeling, let me just look on that camera. Yeah, you can't quite see everything. So there we go. There's our cards. Hopefully you can see them all. Okay, so we start out with your own energy for the month of August, Leo, and you have the Eight of Cups. So when it comes to your career, your wealth, it's really this not feeling quite emotionally connected or emotionally fulfilled with it. So you're turning your back on it. You're walking away. You're moving away. You're going to search for something that you feel more in tune with, more connected to. So for some of you, this could be about looking for a different career path, different career change. You're just not feeling very fulfilled. It just doesn't, there's no inspiration, there's no spark there anymore when it comes to your career or how you're making money. For others of you, it could just be your financial situation that you're just feeling very emotionally disconnected to. You want to change things, you want to improve things. You're not where you want to be right now, Leo. In your first week, you have the Three of Swords, some heartbreak and disappointed. So perhaps even in the past, you might have applied for jobs. You might have applied for a promotion. You might have asked for a raise. You might have even tried something secondary to improve your income, some supplementary income. So having either a part-time job or even just a passion project that you thought might be able to make some extra money. You could even have, this could have been about your investments, or even perhaps your property, because properties are investments as well, like buying and selling property. But there was some kind of letdown or disappointment in that in the first week is what we're seeing here with this Three of Swords, that things are not turning out quite as you were hoping. So maybe if you applied for a promotion at work, for example, you were passed over and you didn't get it. That's just an example. But as we move into the second week, things do get a little better. You have the King of Wands. So what I do want to say is, this idea of you like turning your back and seeking what emotionally fulfills you, you're finding that in the Queen King in that second week with that King of Wands energy. This second week is a good week for you to ask for promotions, for you to ask for raises, for you to put out resumes, for you to look into investments, anything related to your money, wealth, your career. That is a good month for it because with that King of Wands energy, you are very charismatic, so you can help to influence others. People are looking at you more fondly. You have this fight, like people can see your inner fire, your inner passion. And I also feel like you're finding something that you can connect to. So your creativity, your passions, it's inspiring, but you are finding that emotional connection again to what and this sense of purpose in what you're doing out in the world. So I do like this second week for you. Now, in the third week, the one thing I feel like there's going to be a bit of a challenge or people are challenging you. So um, and there can be a little bit of competition with the Seven of Wands, but I do want you to know whatever you're starting and initiating in that second week with that King of Wands energy, stay the course, stand your ground, because with the Seven of Wands, this is you defending yourself, protecting yourself. So I'll just give an example of how this could play out in the work environment if you were going for a promotion and someone else is also going for a promotion, right? Or you're asking for a raise, for example, you could be put on the spotlight to defend your position. Why do you deserve that raise? Why do you deserve this promotion? So it's that kind of energy, but you've got it, okay? Like stand your ground. You know you are very capable, you're very competent. So stand your ground, okay? This isn't a card that's necessarily bad. And then when we go into the next week, I love this energy. You have the Fool. This is renewed optimism, having faith. This is a positive outlook, a new opportunity, a new beginning. So in some area of your, not some area of your life, in your career or wealth, so whether or not it's a financial investment, property opportunity, whether or not it's a new career opportunity or just some kind of other way to make money, you have a new opportunity beginning in that fourth week. So it's like that charisma, that effort, that energy, that connection, that passion, this connection to purpose, the sense of purpose, it is paying off by the end of the month for you, Leo. So let your light shine. That's all I can say. Now, what you have as your shadow block and what's holding you back is initially, and I feel like it's something that you're going to feel more in that first week, and that is because of that Eight of Cups energy and that Three of Swords energy that we have in that first week of August. Leo, is the shadow work with the Queen of Wands is not being connected to what inspires you, to your sense of purpose, and not having the confidence, because the Queen of Wands is very confident, okay? She's very connected to what inspires her, what she's passionate about, her goals and dreams, and what she wants to do, and the stamp and the mark she wants to make in the world. She's fiery, right? She's passionate. She wants what she wants, and she goes after it fearlessly. So as a shadow block, as something you need that's holding you back, it's you're not connected to this and you need to connect to this. So that is what you're working on, and that's what you need to learn to overcome. And I feel like the reason why you're not connected to that is that Three of Swords energy, that hurt, that wound that you have at the very beginning of the month. And then we move into we're going to move into your past life insight. So this is your karmic gift, your lesson. You have the Six of Cups. This is a card of nostalgia. So this is really like going back to your tribe, going back to your roots, and finding you have this ability to really build connections and networks with other people. So it's going to your past, looking at possibly past employers, past investments, past properties, like things that you have done in the past, because you still have that networking, you still have those connections, you have built the stable relationships with people. So going to people from your past, and that is your gift, and that is your talent is to be able to go back to them and rely on them. So if you're feeling unfulfilled in your career or in what it is that you do or how you make money, um, perhaps, it's time to reach out to people from your past that you have those long-term friendships with. Even if you haven't heard from them in the last 10 years, you might find that something amazing happens when you do that and you reach out to them. And then in the final card, so this is your action strategy. You have death. I quite like death. It is one of my more favorite cards because it does represent an ending, but it's also, something has to end, something has to become final so you can transition and rebirth. Like it's that process of like letting go of something or letting go of an energy even so you can transition and you can transform and then you can rebirth into something that's so amazing. And so that is what you're going through. That is your action strategy, is to learn to let go and walk away, let go of the things that don't fulfill you emotionally, especially in your career, so you can find that purpose and you can move into that space and live a more fulfilled life, really. But it's not just even about your career, it's all areas of your life. So it's also like about your wealth, or sorry, it's about your relationships, it's about your health, even your everyday, day-to-day life. But I am going to pull a clarifier, and we've got the devil too. So yeah, I feel like you're holding on to things that don't fulfill you anymore out of this sense of obligation, a sense of, it could even be things that are just, it's almost creating a toxicity for you because it's holding you back. The devil represents addictions, toxic energy, toxic relationships, but really anything that holds you back. It can even be bad habits, right? Or pattern behavior, ways of thinking, but it's anything that holds you back from being your maximizing your full potential. And so this is what you're letting go of in the month of August. This is what you're working on. This is the strategy for you, is learning to let go and release the things that no longer support you and serve you and that you no longer resonate with, and transforming that and rebirthing yourself to live your best life, Leo. Now, I'm going to pull those oracle cards. This is an abundance attractor card. And we have, let's see, directing my focus into what's thriving creates more of what I want. Okay, so that's how you can attract abundance into your life, by focusing on the things that are working, the things that you're passionate about, that you're connected to, because that will create more of what you want and more of what you feel connected to. And now I'm going to pull a Mystic Forest Oracle card, and we have Starlight. So don't slow down manifestation through hesitation or worry. That's that devil energy, hesitation, worry, anything that holds you back, right? Keep the faith and create light in the dark. The path of the stars is made by the same energy. That's that message for you. And one final message. This is a Magic of You Oracle card. So Leo, what is the magic of you? Okay. And we have sacrifice. Okay, what can you let go of? That really sums up that death and devil energy. What can you let go of? What can you let go of? And that Eight of Cups. What are you letting go of? What do you need to let go of so you can be the best version of yourself, Leo? So these are the messages that I have for you for the month of August. I hope you really enjoyed this. Make sure you subscribe and click on that notification bell. In the month of September, the video that I will be doing will also include and incorporate the astrology portion. I didn't include that this month, but that will be a little quick talk, a minute, 2 minutes max, of the aspects, or sorry, the transits, and then the aspects going on in the sky and how that relates to you. So I will be incorporating that into the monthly reading. And also be sure to like, share, and comment. I'd love to hear how this month is turning out for you. So this concludes your reading, Leo. Have a fabulous month and take care.